Hello once again. We're back. It's your favorite show, Real Inspiration. And what are we talking about in our live show? How to keep away from depression. Oh yes, we want to keep away from depression, and today we're talking about compatibility. Yeah, someone is going to say, Princess, you've come again. You're on it again with these kinds of topics, with these kinds of things you want to tell us today. Well, like I always say, it's not a monologue, it's a dialogue, and I expect that we both are going to be discoursing on this. I love to have you come on and tell me what you think about the topics we're getting on, how you feel about it, your experiences, because people want to get to understand that they're not alone in the situation. They want to get to understand that they have someone who has been through and has successfully or victoriously come out. Yes, I'm one of those persons. I got depressed at some point in my life because of relationship issues, but I'm fine and healthy now. And yes, some people look at me when I'm talking to them, they say things like, you're kind of full of yourself, you're kind of proud. Well, only he who wears the shoes knows where it pinches. So of course, I can't blame them so much. Yeah, until you've been there, you're not going to know what to do when the time comes. So yes, I'm Princess Clitin, and I'm here today again. I'm the queen of hearts and smiles. I'm always laughing. So, as always, I'll get to give you a piece, a number. I'm going to sing a song, and I hope that this song is going to be a blessing to someone out there. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but I believe that the best in you is still to come out, and only you can bring that best of you out. So this is my song today. It's not by my doing, but God is going to see me through. God is going to bring me through this, and I'm going to be the best. So what's my song today? God is bringing out the best in me. God is bringing out the best in me. It's by the Spirit of the Lord. It's by the working of His hands. God is bringing out the best in me. It's by the Spirit of the Lord. It's by the working of His hands. God is bringing out the best in me. God is bringing out the best in you. God is bringing out the best in you. It's by the Spirit of the Lord. It's by the working of His hands. God is bringing out the best in you. In us, God is bringing out the best in us. God is bringing out the best in us. It's by the Spirit of the Lord. It's by the working of His hands. God is bringing out the best in us. It's by the Spirit of the Lord. It's by the working of His hands. Yes, God is bringing out the best in us. It's by the Spirit of the Lord. It's by the working of His hands. God is bringing out the best in you. God is bringing out the best in me. Oh yes, only God can get to bring out the best in you, but you have a part to play, so don't drop it all on God. Yes, if He wants to bring the best out of you, He's going to use you. He's going to bring circumstances and situations around you that are going to bring that best in you. So yes, all those things you're going through, if he says it's working out for your good, yes, it is. Look for the good in everything that happens to you. So the good in whatever happened to me getting depressed and now I'm talking to you, is that I can also get to tell you that I've been through that and I came out. Thanks to God Almighty. So it was working for my good. It was working so that I should get to this point where I can be an encouragement to some other person. I can be an encouragement to someone who is about to get into a relationship that might not be good for them. I should be an encouragement to someone who might have gotten into a relationship that is not good for them and can get out. So yes, we're talking today about compatibility issues. It's a dual series I'm running on all my social media channels. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you can find me on, I'm running this series. It's a dual series. My journey out of depression, that's supposed to deal with people who have already gotten into depression and they want to get out. And this one, how to keep away from depression, is telling you the tips or the things I did that I was not supposed to do, or the things that I was supposed to do and I didn't do that landed me in depression or in an abusive relationship. It could be any of those. Being in a relationship that is not good for you, that is draining you, that is bringing you down, it's not good for nobody. Not you, not me, not anyone. Not even our enemies if we have them. Okay, so today we're talking about compatibility. And I really, really, really love this subject because sometimes we go with things like love covers all. Yes, love covers all. But what about that time when it doesn't seem like love is there? What do I do? What do I do? How do I go about it? What about when I'm in that time when I want a me time? So even when you're in a relationship, truth be told, there are times you just want to be alone. You just want to be by yourself. So what happens then if you've lost yourself and you were not so sure you both were compatible? What happens? What happens if you've lost that person that you're supposed to be because you're in a relationship? Well, if you don't want to lose that, then check for compatibility at the start. So if you're there and you want us to give you a shout out, just give us a hi on the comment section and we're going to know you're there and we can get to give you a shout out. So today we might get to have one of our friends who is going to come up. She's also an amazing person. She has a YouTube channel as well, and she talks on relationship issues, lifestyle, and many more. She's also a blogger, actually. She doesn't just vlog, she also blogs as well. And so she might get to be a part of this show today. And this is the last of this series. So I'm not saying these are the only things, the ones I've said, they are the only things that you can do to keep away from depression. So if you've gone through our series and if you're following up, then you have something to add. You can get to us on the comment section or any of our social media handles. You can send us a direct message so that we can be able to get back to you. And like I said, if you want us to talk on a topic, you can get us a topic today or maybe tomorrow, but get it to us before Thursday, way before Thursday. So maybe like from today till Monday, you can actually send us topics you want us to talk about. So today, this is my last tip I'm giving on how to keep away from depression. But then I'm excited because it's not the last live show. Like I said, if you want the live shows to continue, then you bring us topics you want us to talk about. And so this friend of mine who might get to join us shortly on this particular live show would also come and we'll talk about another subject. That will be more or less for the ladies. But it's not only the ladies per se, because if you're a guy, you can actually listen to it. And then if your sister is not on here, you can get to help her with the information. Or your daughter or someone, a lady, a cousin, just a lady that is close to you or that you know that might not be on this platform, you can get to help them with that information. So yes, next Thursday, it's not going to be empty like I thought. We'll have a subject and we'll have an amazing guest. she might get to join us on this live show today as well. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about compatibility. Well, okay, we have someone, Kiyong Javla. Welcome. I hope I called that name very right. Beriwo. He says, or he or she, well, pardon me, says, Ambazonia God's talents. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. Okay. So we're going to get on this and let's talk about compatibility issues today. So if you don't want to get into depression or land into the depressive state, you need to check compatibilities. And you need to be compatible with the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, or you want to be in a relationship with, on all aspects. On all aspects. We've spoken about standards, we've spoken about values, we've spoken about asking questions, and lots of topics that we've gotten on this. Lots of tips that we've gotten on this. And so today we want to talk about compatibility. So I'm going to start. I'm a Christian. I'm a child of God, born again, spirit-filled. So I'll be going the Christian way, more or less. I don't know what you hold here. I don't know who you believe in, but I believe in God Almighty. And so I'm going to be using the Bible as my own case study and lots of examples from there. But I'm going to make them relatable to us because it's about our lives we're talking about here today. And like I say, most of the times it's not only about relationships, like relationships that have to end up in marriage. It could be relationships with friends as well. You need to be compatible with people. You want to be with the right kind of people that are going to spur you to be the best of you. You don't just want to have friends around you that are going to drain you, are going to not believe in you and make you lose track. You want to be with people that can push you to be the best of you. Those are the kinds of people that should be around you. So this is not just about relationships, but it also can help you even with choosing your friends, even with choosing your kinds of career, your career path and all that. So yes, compatibility. Let's start with values. So the Bible says, the good book says, do not be unequally yoked. Okay? Do not be unequally yoked. So that for a start, I would say, if you're a child of God, you can be in a relationship. You're not compatible with someone who is not a child of God. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not talking denomination. I'm not talking church. So I'm not saying, oh, if you are a Pentecostal, you shouldn't get married to a Catholic. If you're, what are the other ones again? If you're an Anglican, you shouldn't get married to this. No. Please don't get it mixed up. I'm not here about denomination. I'm not here about church. I'm here about those who believe in God Almighty, who have been saved by Christ Jesus because they deserve punishment, but God has taken the punishment for them. So if you're a born-again child of God, yes, you're compatible with another born-again child of God. But that doesn't make every born-again child of God the one for you. So yes, you still need to get to that. But we're starting at that point. If you have to be compatible with somebody, then the compatibility to start at your Christian values. So the first one is, are you born again? If you are, yes, you both are compatible. Two can't work together unless they be agreed. I can't be talking today that I want to do prayer and fasting and you have no clue what prayer and fasting is all about. There we're not compatible. I can tell you I want to go for a vigil and you're asking me what is a vigil all about? What is that? How is it helping us? What's the need for it? No, we can't work together there. We're not compatible. So that I love you and I can't be in or I don't understand what you're doing or what you're all about, can get the relationship into a state where none of us is going to like it. It's going to actually affect both of us. So for our good, we shouldn't even get serious on that. Yes, I'm saying that and unapologetic about it because I've been in relationships where I thought maybe I knew better or I knew more. And so I got into relationships with people that were not in sync, were not compatible at that level. I got into relationships, yes, with people who were not born again. And I got my fair share of not being in that kind of relationship. So I can tell you confidently that that kind of relationship is going to lead you into trouble, serious trouble. So yes, that the person is not a child of God and you're a child of God, you both are not compatible. Maybe if you both are not children of God. Yes, you're compatible, fine and good. But yeah, I'm talking about people who are born again and spirit filled. So you both are compatible when you all are children of God. So that's the first part. And then it goes on to how do you see life? Are you both compatible with your life goals? Are you both going the same direction? Are you that person that believes that life is just one step at a time, no plans, nothing about the future? Are you the kind of person that believes that you should work hard, you should study, you should be the best of you, you should take up opportunities? If you're that kind of person who has that kind of strong drive, you don't want to be with someone who doesn't have that kind of drive. You're going to feel strained. Believe you me. There are some people that are just lazy about. There are some people that just don't want to do nothing with their life. They just don't want to progress. And they want people to be with them like that. No. Someone is going to tell me, you don't want to come into my life and come and change me. Come on. When those attitudes or those behaviors are wrong, you need to change. You need to change. Not for the person who wants to get into a relationship with you, but for your own good. You need to change. You can't just live life like that. You can't just leave life to chance. You can't just let life happen to you. Happen to life. Do things. Make things happen. So if you're that kind of person who has this really, really high drive for progressing, wanting to be a big person, wanting to be the best of you, you're not being comfortable with the level at which you are, you want to progress, you want to get to the next level, then being in a relationship with someone who doesn't have that kind of drive, it's dangerous. It doesn't matter whether you love them or not. Trust me, sometimes it's not just going to be love that is going to drive your relationship. It's going to be the levels at which you both can be able to sync together and get on with your plans, goals, and visions. Yeah. I can be the one who believes that a lady should be able to use her talents, gift and talents, and impact her own world in her own little way. And you're the guy that doesn't believe that a woman should do anything, or a woman's place is in the kitchen or in the other room. Like President Buhari said once. That's really, really not funny. I'm not saying you as a woman shouldn't take care of your home and all that. That's not what I'm propagating here today. I'm just saying that if you want to get into a relationship with someone, you need to be sure what their values are, what their thoughts are on various issues. Is it the man who believes that a woman's place is in the kitchen or in the other room, as they call it? Like you're just supposed to be a baby making machine? Then you both are not compatible. If you're a woman who believes in achieving and fulfilling purpose in life, and you are sure beyond all reasonable doubt that it's not just about staying at home, taking care of kids, giving birth to kids and all that, then you both are not compatible at that level. So let go. Let go while you can. Don't invest so much of your emotions, your time, and all that you get to invest in relationships when you know that this is what this person believes in. They're not going to change it. Some people say things like, oh, when we marry, he's going to change. No, marriage is no remote control to get people change. At some point, the relationship is going to be strained and you're like, this lady nags, this guy nags. No, you knew it from the beginning. We women, we've been blessed a lot. Our intuitions, they're so sharp and we know these things. But for some reason, we just convince ourselves that, no, it's okay. He's going to change or something is going to happen. Yeah, it's good to have faith. It's good to believe in miracles. But sometimes the kinds of miracles we believe in are miracles that are going to get us into trouble. They're not miracles. They're born out of fear, not faith. Miracles are produced through faith, not fear. You're scared that you're getting old. Age is just a number. You're scared that all your friends are married and you're not. So you're settling for less. You're settling for anything. Please, you need to check these compatibility issues. You need to check them seriously. Because when you want to get into a relationship, you're sure that this is the person you want to spend forever with, or this is the person you want to be with for the rest of your life. You're sure about it. So some of these things you get to ask them. Put your cards on the table. Be sincere. You don't want to invest your life in something that you're going to regret later, or something that is going to hurt you. You don't want that. Think about it. You don't want to be in a career. I hear sometimes, actors and actresses, some of them, that's what they love doing. That's their career path. And then a guy comes to your life, or a lady comes to your life, and she's like, you're going to quit the movie industry. You both are not compatible when it comes to career path. So let go. Stop trying to change people. You don't have the power to change anybody. You only have power to change yourself. So are you ready to lose yourself for this person you want to be in a relationship with? Do you think that's the right thing to do? If you think that's the right thing to do, it's okay. You go ahead. But if you think you're going to tell that person to change their lifestyle, to change their career path, to change their belief system for you, you're heading for destruction. Trust me. I've been there, so I'm telling you confidently. I've spoken to a couple of friends as well. And they also went through this same kind of hurt, this same kind of heartbreaks. Because from the start, the relationship was not defined. They didn't lay their cards on the table. It gets quite depressing when you get to find out after all the investments you've made. We're not just talking about material or financial investment here. We're talking about time. Time wasted cannot be gained. So think about those things when you've already started having butterflies in your tummy. You want to know, what does he believe in? What does he stand for? What is his take on women who believe in purpose and living their purpose? What is his take? What is her take? Is she the person who believes that you should enjoy today and forget about tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to take care of itself. What are your financial goals? Are you compatible when it comes to financial goals? Well, you need to think about it. Sometimes we just don't want to think, especially a whole lot of young people these days. That's why we rush into marriage and rush out. Our parents got married. They stayed for ages. They stayed like for forever. But ours is today we're in, tomorrow we're out. We have all this just jumbled up in our minds in the wrong ways. What are your belief systems? What are your values? Are they compatible with this person's? Even with your friends, what's your career path? Are they people that are laughing at what you do when it's what you love doing and you're doing it well? Are you that kind of person that someone is going to tell you, this thing you're doing doesn't make sense, and they want to spend forever with you? You both are not compatible at that level. Let it go. Please let it go for your good and the good of that person. I don't know about you. I don't know what exactly you're thinking. No, I'm in love with this person. I'm totally and completely in love with him. But he doesn't like what you're doing. He doesn't like the fact that you're a journalist. He doesn't like the fact that you're out there. Are you kidding me right now? You both are not compatible. Let go. Some people can just kill your drive for life. They can kill your drive for life. I've been there, so I know what I'm talking about. Welcome, Ma'am Dassy Mary. She's my amazing friend and she's on the live today. Welcome. And who else is there? If you're there, you can tell us your story. You can also make a comment. We're talking about compatibility, how it's important. You need to know how compatible you are with someone. I don't know. There are also some people that could tell us about the medical part. I've read a little bit about it, and it's important to get to know that. You don't want to go on the day you guys have already set a date, and then you're ready to say I do, and then that's how they're finding out that your blood groups are not compatible. That is really dangerous. So you want to find out before. You want to find out before time. So you want to know your blood group as well. You really want to know that, so that you not need to go finding out before coming back, or you not need to find out when things are already like serious, you know. They tell us people who have AS is kind of complicated because they could get to having kids that are sickle cell SS, something like that. So we need to check our genotypes as well, our blood groups, so we know how compatible we are with people. So compatibility issues is not only for the level of maybe your vision, your goals and all that, finances, spirituality as well. Are you the praying guru and the person that you're with doesn't like prayers at all or is not interested? You both are not compatible at that level. Let go. Yeah, no, I'm in love with him. I'm in love with him. With time, he's going to come to it. I'm in love with her. She's going to learn. And you're doing all you're doing and she's not learning. That's what brings me to this part of, there was one of our topics we spoke about, asking questions. Asking questions. It has helped me since I learned it, and I'm using it so much so that I can't even overemphasize its importance. Ask questions. I am one who is a Christian, a born-again child of God. I believe in no sex before marriage. What do you believe? What's your take? And he says, oh no, it doesn't matter. Aren't we going to marry? You both are not compatible at that level. Let go. Let go. Because the truth is, when you stay around these people that are not compatible with you, it's so subtle. Before you know it, you're already doing what they want you to do. I've been there, so I can say it. I'm a strong-willed person. If I can be strong-willed, but after staying around people who want me to do some things that are not in line with my standards and my values, and I start doing them, trust me, you can imagine someone who has a weak will. I have a strong will and I got to that point. Then someone who is weak-willed, it's not going to last long. It's not going to take a very long time for you to start doing things you don't want to do. When you hear something over and over and over again, or you're around people who are saying a particular thing or doing a particular thing over and over and over again, there's a possibility of you to start doing those things. Sometimes even unconsciously. If you're around negative people, believe you me, you're going to start behaving negative at some point. If you're around positive people, believe you me, you're going to start behaving positive at some point. If you're around people who are people of vision, believe you me, you're going to start getting those things. You're going to start becoming a visionary person before you know it. Check your compatibility issues on all aspects. What's your take on finances? Are you the kind of person who believes that we should save? Or you're the kind of person that believes that we should enjoy life? You have just one life to live, so get done with it today. What are you keeping for tomorrow? What are you planning for tomorrow? Compatibility is very, very important. So lay your cards on the table. Let the person know who you're about, what you're all about, so that they can take their decisions. You both should be sincere with each other. This is what I believe in. This is who I am. Are you ready for this? Do you really want to get on with this? Let it not be that you lied to the person. Let it not be that you deceived the person. That's another thing entirely though. But ask questions to be sure about who the person is. So you're not going to get on in a relationship with someone who doesn't have the same values and standards with you. You're not compatible at that level. And then you get in trouble in the end. You can't. So ask those questions. Be serious about them. I'm a lady who believes in fulfilling purpose. I'm a lady who believes in being the best of me, doing what I was born to do in this life. Each and every one of us is born to solve a problem. So no relationship should get you stop solving the problem you were born to solve because the person is uncomfortable or because the person feels threatened. No. Then you both are not compatible. Something has been going viral on social media recently for a week about nudes, people's nudes that got shared. And someone is going to tell me, well, they say to spice up relationships, you should do nudes. Oh, seriously? Like, seriously? And then when it gets out there, hope you're ready for the consequences of all those. And people say, no, it's mean. Why did the guy share it? Or why did the lady share it? What if your phone was hacked? Seriously, what if your phone was hacked? Please don't fall for those cheap pranks. Don't fall for those low life issues or those threats that people make. If he or she thinks it's nude videos or pictures that are going to make you guys blend or stick together, then you're in for a shocker. Because with the many examples we've had so far on social media, if that was keeping relationships together, then those nudes wouldn't be on social media right now and those people crying foul. And yes, I'm going to say it here again. I'm unapologetic about it. You who made the nude videos gave the person the opportunity to be able to share. If you didn't make those videos at all or didn't make those pictures at all, those people won't have anything to be sharing on social media. So hey lady, hey guy, if they're telling you that that's what is going to keep the relationship, you both are not compatible. If your values tell you that nude pictures or videos are not right, and he thinks nude pictures or videos are right, you both are not compatible. Let go. Seriously, is someone going to come and tell you because the person is an almighty as you see them? You know, because someone was saying motivational speakers say. So motivational speakers are human beings and they could say things that are not right. I can be talking here and say something that doesn't relate with you, and so you're not going to take it. So when you listen to people, there are things you need to take and there are things you need to trash. I love the Berean Christians. They'll go back and verify if what was said was right. They don't just take it hook, line, and sinker because some big person said it. No. Get to believe in you. Get to believe in what you hold dear. Some people are going to make fun of you for it. Yes. You know what you're standing for. Because like I just said, if someone hacked through your phone and got those videos and pictures, what would you do? If that kind of content is not even available at all, then it's not going to affect you. So think about it. It might not even be that person you've shared it to. And come to think of it, you're the first sharer, if that word exists. You're the first person to share it. So when they are bashing all these people who shared your nude videos or pictures on social media, they should be dealing with you as well, because you didn't only create the content, you created it and you are the first person who shared it. So yes, if they believe in nudes and you do not, you're not compatible. So let go. That's actually a low-life person, a low-life way to manipulate people to stay in relationships. That doesn't keep relationships. It has not kept any. If it did, we wouldn't be seeing those nude pictures flooding all of social media. So let no one deceive you. If there's anything they're telling you to do in a relationship that doesn't tie with your values and your standards, let go. They don't deserve you. You deserve better. Hey ladies, we need to step up our games. You need to come to that level where you believe that there are some things you're not going to do for nobody. Yeah, so they say it's okay for married people. Let's forget about the single ones. It's okay for married people. So what about if that married person's phone gets hacked? So because true, your husband or your wife is not going to send your nudes out there. Good and fine. So what if their phones get hacked or it gets missing and someone picks it up and gets mean? Don't produce content that if it's put out there, you're not going to be able to like it. You're not going to like it. Someone made a joke on social media once and said something like, do you have pictures and videos in your phone that if mistakenly your phone just goes out there, like that thing mistakenly just uploads all your videos and pictures on social media, are you going to be okay? That was really tricky. Welcome, Alvana. Oh, we have you today. Thank you for coming on our live show. So we're talking about compatibility issues today. So what is your take? What would you have to say? Just write us on the comment section, write a story, write something you've heard. So this thing about social media, nude videos and pictures, it has really gotten to me. And if someone is asking you for nudes and you know it's not your standards, it's not right with your values, don't give it. And to begin with, like I said, if you don't make those contents, they won't be available for anybody to share. And yes, what if your phone got hacked? I keep insisting on that because it's possible. And we're told by IT gurus that whatever you send on social media, even if you get to delete it, it's in the cloud. I don't know what that means, but ask an IT guru and they're going to tell you. So when it's in the cloud, another IT guru could be able to get access to that information. So don't even produce it. Don't produce that content. If you're producing that content, then you are ready for all the consequences that are attached to that thing. Oh yes, seriously, think about it. So because a motivational speaker said it doesn't make it right. I'm unapologetic about that. When you go badging the people who are sharing that content, deal with it from the root. And the root is the person who produced the content in the first place. So how compatible are you with that person that you're getting into a relationship with? If you both are not compatible, trust me, you're heading for destruction. You're heading for depression. You're heading for a lot of hurt. Welcome, Mr. Doya Mary May. And he says, hello, we're glad to have you. And we're talking about compatibility issues today. So I don't know what you have to say. And like I said, this is the last of our tips today. But if you want us to continue the live, then you bring us topics that we should talk on. Yeah, Alvina says, I agree with you on that. There's some things we don't trust people with. True, you just can't. So if you don't want that content out there, don't even produce it. There are errors, there are mistakes that could happen. I could lose my phone. Maybe you sent me that content. I lost my phone and someone picked it up and the person hacked it. What happens? It's not me who sent it out there. I could really be sincere because you know that I was the only person you gave that content to. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's only me who could share it out there. So if my phone gets missing, someone picks it up, someone hacks it, someone shares the information, you can't blame me. You're only going to stay on the fact and insist that I'm the one who shared it because you know you send the content only to me. But well, sorry to burst your bubbles. A lot of people out there could get to hack your information. There are lots of times they've hacked my email before, they've hacked my Facebook before. So imagine that I sent that content to you through my email or something, or through my Facebook. You know, direct message, yes, but it was hacked. That content is still going to go out. So if you don't want to get into trouble, don't produce those funny contents. And if anybody in any relationship tells you that, produce this content for me, you know, I want this and all that, and the person is telling you that they're not going to share it, no, don't even dare it. I can't come and kill myself by myself or put myself in harm's way by myself. So you don't want to be in that kind of scenario. Okay, Alvana says, what I heard is now guys sneakishly take pictures of women in their bed or taking a bath. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Where are we headed? Seriously, where are we headed? So for our own good, Let's start making sure that that doesn't happen to us at all. Let's start making sure that it doesn't happen to us at all. And it starts by asking the right questions to these people that you want to get serious with. Let me put it that way, because it's not everybody that you're sure you want to get serious with that you get to spend forever with. Yes, while you get to invest your life, while you get to invest your time and all in a relationship, even after getting all these tips in check and everything, you can't be 100% sure that you're going to spend forever with this person. But while you're at it, let these little things be taken care of, so that whatever is going to happen for you both to separate or to part ways if you have to, or to spend forever if you have to, it will be minimal. It will be minimal. So yes, the next time you don't believe in nudes, you don't believe in producing nude content or sending nude content, and a guy or a lady asks you for it, back off. You both are not compatible at that level. Let it go. You must not be in that relationship. Let no one pressure you. You owe no one no explanation about your life. You should be unapologetic when it comes to your standards. I had standards. I break them because I thought I was just too rigid. But I learned I wasn't. Yes, I learned the hard way that I was not rigid. You don't go down. You don't go down. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. So Alvana is asking, Princess, can you talk to the guys too? Yes, some girls are weak and can be manipulated, but those guys that do such things, what do we say to them? It's wrong. It's bad. We shouldn't do that. That's someone's life. That's someone's reputation. That's someone's future. You could just destroy someone's life. I heard about someone that their nude pictures got viral and the person committed suicide. It's bad. It's wrong. Guys or girls, whoever is doing it, it's wrong. It's wrong at all levels. You owe no one no explanation about how you live your life. You don't owe anyone. Yes, Mary, you owe no one no explanation. Sometimes we just want to prove a point to our friends. We just want to prove a point to family members. We just want to prove a point to just about every other person, and we put ourselves in harm's way. Sometimes we're so desperate we just want to be in relationships, and so we put ourselves in harm's way. Oh yes, I've been desperate. And I could do and undo. I could do like just about anything for a guy to keep a relationship. I didn't end up in those relationships. They actually got really, 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 really abusive. Yes, because the guys know you're desperate. When you're desperate, they know it. Yes, I was desperate. I wanted to be in a relationship regardless. So I went bending, breaking, and destroying all the standards and values I'd put there. I didn't still end up in the relationship anyways. So check for compatibility from the start. When you know and you're sure. I know, right? Havana says some even blackmail people with nudes so they can stay in that relationship. Oh yes, a lot of people do that. After you've given them the nude pictures and all that, even when they're cheating on you, even when they're beating you black and blue, they tell you, if you dare leave this relationship, I'm going to post these pictures on Facebook. Oh my goodness. And I know not to pay a blackmailer. Because eventually, those pictures are going to get on social media. If they can already use it to threaten you with it, they would definitely post it someday. Oh my God, where are we headed? Sincerely speaking, where are we headed? It's just mind-boggling what people can do. We need to help one another. We need to be strong for each other. We need to get to that point where we're not pressured by people to get into relationships. Because when we do that, we start to get into serious troubles. Oh yeah, those who already find themselves in this situation and are too scared to leave because of the fear of their news being released. I know, right? The only option is to leave. Like, you don't have a choice, because eventually this guy could get to kill you. There have been abusive relationships where people died. It was that bad. And I believe that if these people actually checked a little bit from the start for compatibility issues, they will know who these guys are. Like I said, some people can deceive you. That's another thing entirely. But at least go ahead and ask these questions, just to be on the safe side, like to save yourself a whole lot of stress. There are some people that are plain and truthful. They're out right there. They're going to tell you that this is who I am, this is what I believe in, this is what I stand for. But there are some people that are going to lie to you. But you know, lies don't really take a long time. You know, character is like pregnancy, they say. It eventually shows up some months after. For some people, it might take 5 months. Some people, it might take 10 years. Some people, it might take whatever. But it has to be you deciding whether you're going to keep your life in that relationship for that long when you don't see it taking you anywhere. So the only way, especially for those who are already in the relationship, is to speak up. Is to speak up. And this is why we need to find out about places and people that are accredited to be able to solve these situations, to talk about these places, to bring these people, to tell others, to tell these people in this kind of relationship that they are available. Because sometimes people want to speak up, but they don't know who to talk to. In this our generation, sometimes people take people's situations, people's difficulties, and go out there and paint it differently. So sometimes the person is, even in this relationship, they're not compatible, they're being abused and all that. They're so scared to leave. They want to talk, but who should they talk to? That's another problem. Who should they talk to? The only way you can get out is by speaking up and getting out. Nobody is going to come and get out of that relationship for you. So no matter how much we worry about you, no matter how much we talk to you, even when you meet these people who can get to advise you, counselors and all that, if you don't make a move, nothing is going to change. The first step is speaking up. You need to speak out. When you're already in that relationship, when it's already abusive, when you get to find out that there are some things that you both were not compatible in. I found out about some of those things in my relationship when I was already in it. And that's why I'm running a dual series. So there's another one that comes up every Tuesday. We get another video that is really dealing with the issues of people who are already in it. So that is also coming up there. Okay, Mrs. Zoya says, what about our parents? What about what our parents usually tell us, that you can get married and build love with time? Well, I really don't know what to say, but let me put it this way. That's why we're talking about how to keep away from depression. So when you're getting with this person, find out these things. But most of the times, especially in this our generation, it's all sex. We hear it's just about sex. So every other thing is pushed to the background. We don't check about all these things. We don't check about compatibilities. We don't check about values. We don't check about the people's beliefs, what they believe in. Do you believe that we should grow ourselves? We should build. Do you believe that we should be financially stable? What is your take on financial issues? You know, we don't talk about those things. We just want sex. Oh, our hormones are crying out. They're crying loud. So that's all what we want. And I'm not sure this is what our parents are talking about. So maybe they could be talking about someone who is not well to do, but you see that the person is pushful. The person is trying hard to get somewhere. Like, it's not a lazy guy. It's not a lazy girl. She's trying out something. She wants to be a better person. She's not there yet, but she's trying to get there. So you can grow with that person. Yes, our parents did that. We can do that even in these our days. But we're mixing it all up. Our parents were not asking for nudes. They had no phones even in their days. And some of them were in distant relationships, for crying out loud. Because someone said, a motivational speaker said, the nude pictures are actually beautiful and important because it spices up the relationship. So what happened to our parents? Their relationships were great. They didn't have phones. They didn't have internet in their time. Wasn't it spiced up? We need to find a way. When things are detrimental to us, we shouldn't do them. That people are saying it and it's all over the place doesn't make it right. So we need to check for compatibility issues. We need to check from the start. While you want to get to build with these people, you need to find out these things. You need to know. Like I said, the first and most important thing, I'm a Christian. So I wouldn't want to get married to someone who is not a Christian. We are not compatible. Two can work together unless they be agreed. We are not compatible, so let it go. Yeah, let it go. I can't be in a relationship with someone who doesn't believe that I should be the best of me. Who doesn't believe that a woman can be a career woman. Who believes that a woman's place is in the kitchen or in the other room, like President Buhari believes. No, we're not compatible. Let go. You must not be in a relationship. Fulfilling purpose is way important than being in a relationship. So if being in a relationship is going to come between me and fulfilling my purpose, then I shouldn't be in it. So find people who are compatible with you. Find people who want to see you be the best of you. Find people who are not threatened by being you being you. They're not threatened about it. Find those people. You know them by the way they behave with you, by the way they react to you. I love what I do. I love talking. I love helping people with my stories, with what I've been through. And maybe there's someone who is not comfortable. I have friends who have told me, Clitin, you can't just be vulnerable like that. You can't just put your life out there. Come on now. There are people who are dying. There are people who are in difficult situations. I can't just put my life out there. I went through those things for a reason. And if I believe that sharing my story can help some other person, why not? And that's me. That's me fulfilling purpose. So if a guy who wants to be in a relationship with me is not comfortable that I'm putting my life out there, we are not compatible. I need to let go. Love can cover that. We're going to be fighting with each other at all times. It's not going to be that we don't love each other. It's just going to be that we're not compatible when it comes to career path. So check for those compatibility issues. Check for those compatibility issues. It's very, very important. Ask questions. Don't give blank checks. So hey people, I'm sure we'll have a nice time today. I'm sure you had fun. I did. I'm glad you all were here today. I don't know if someone still has a contribution to do. If someone wants to come on live, you can just send us a request and we're going to accept the request and get you on. You can also give us your views on the live show. And like I always say, it's a dual series I'm running and this one is done. My tips that I had to give for how to keep away from depression, they're done. But if you have a tip that you know, if you've been on all our live shows and you have a tip that you know that that should get to be, that I've not spoken about, you can get to write us in the comment section or you send us a direct message and we'll get back to you. We'll get back to do a research about that, and then we can get to you and get to do a research on that topic and then come talk about it. So like I said, I'm excited because next week we're having a guest on the show. So there's still going to be a live show. We're having a guest on the show and we're going to be talking to the ladies especially. But like I said, you must not be a lady to listen to that. You can also be a guy and then you help a sister, a cousin, a nephew, a niece, or someone, just someone. Okay, Havana says, I think it depends. There's no formula to fall in love. I just know that I like to be sure of my feelings before jumping into marriage. Good. It still goes for the compatibility issue. I can't marry before finding out. And with our parents, it was more of women being subjected to accept their best suggestion. But these days, we need to be sure. Endurance is not an option for modern day marriage, especially because divorce is an accepted theory. Beautiful, Havana. You just gave it all there. You just gave it all there. Sure, there's no formula to fall in love, but there are little things you need to know even when you're in love, because it's not just love that is going to keep that relationship. Because you can't lose you in trying to be in a relationship. That's the worst thing that can happen. Be in a relationship that you can be you and the other person can be them. Because like I said, at some point, there's going to be a time in a relationship where you just want to be alone. It's not like you want a divorce or you want to be separated. You just want that alone time. Every human being gets to want that alone time. And so if you've lost you in your alone time, you might go insane. But if you still have you, those times, those alone times where you can get deep reflections and deep ideas and creative ideas that can make you the best of you. So yes, you need to find out before getting into marriage, before getting into that relationship, before getting to say I do. Don't start deceiving yourself that that person is going to change in marriage. No. Marriage is not automatically a remote control that changes people. I always say it, and a lot of people have said it, and I've spoken to a couple of friends that are married that are kind of in regrets, which there's nothing we really can do about it because some of them don't believe in divorce. So they're in the marriage and they're enduring, which wasn't supposed to be so. They said they believed that when the people got married to them, the guy was going to change or the girl was going to change. No, it actually magnifies some of those attitudes. You know why? Because you're in the person's face much more than before. So let me put it this way. When I'm in a relationship with a guy, we can get to meet, we go have fun, we go for things and all that. We come back to our houses, right? Yeah. So but this one, you're in the person's face. So you get married and all. And then you're like, oh, please. In the night, you have to be there. By the time they close from work, you all go to work and then you come back and you're together. It's just amazing. It's outright amazing. So yes, there are some things that you're just going to see clearer that you were not seeing when you guys could come together and go back your separate ways, come together and go back your separate ways, maybe go for outings, go for dinner and all those things. But when you're in the house now together, it's a different ball game altogether. So if there's some things that you find out about that person that they're not compatible with who you are and what you believe in and what you stand for, come on, get out. Thank you, Alvina. I'm so glad you could really join today. I'm so glad. So yes, like she said, in our parents' days, you were just subject to accept the best options. And to a reasonable extent, they used to really follow up these girls. That's another topic that I want us to talk about. Oh, that's a beautiful one. So someone will have to remind me by putting that in the comment section. We're going to talk about training every child equally. So they used to take care of the girls so much so that when they just come and tell this guy's family they have this beautiful girl and everything, the girl is going to be really beautiful and everything because they've trained her how to take care of her husband. And so it feels like The guys just have to figure out how to be a good husband. The ladies have been trained how to be a beautiful wife, a beautiful mother, a good home carer and all that. But then the guys just seem to be able to have to figure out how to be an amazing husband or amazing father. And so it just gets bad. And then when this girl is married to this guy who doesn't know his left or his right, or who doesn't know how to be a good dad or a good husband, they still blame the girl for not being good enough. They're telling her, no, you're not doing it right. Maybe you're not doing it this way. How do you expect her to be a good wife with a bad husband? You know? So yes, we need to train every child equally. So that's another topic we need to talk about. We need to discuss about. We need to have a discussion about. You know? So I'm glad to have you all today. I'm so excited. So please get to like my page, get to share so that a lot more people can get to gain from this, and also get to subscribe to our YouTube channel, get to follow us on all our social media platforms. We'll be glad to have you. Get to ask us questions anytime. Get to send us topics you want us to discuss about, to do an in-depth research, and then come back to you with topics. If you have a story you also want to share, you can get to us. You can send us a private message, or you can just do it on the comment section. We'll be very delighted. We're always glad to have you on there. On Real Inspiration, all what we do is we bring our life stories, real life stories out there, things that are happening, great information that you need so that you can be able to take informed choices, make informed decisions, to bring about personal development, which results to social positive change. That's all what Real Inspiration is about. We believe there is that best exceptional version of you that you've not yet brought out because of circumstances around you, because of situations. So we want to tell you you're not alone, so that you can bring out that best version of you, so that you can do things passionately with all of you. That's what we do on Real Inspiration. So we have our lives every Thursday, and we have our My Journey Out of Depression every Tuesday. So you can get to My Journey Out of Depression. This has been How to Keep Away from Depression, which was one of our dual series with the My Journey Out of Depression. And so you can also get to our social media handles, and you're going to see all. If you've not been following us, if you are not here from the start when we started this series, you can actually get to the first one maybe one of these days, or maybe in the coming months. We're going to put it as we're going to pin it as the main post on Real Inspiration International. We're going to pin it there, and then you can get through the comment section and you're going to see all the episodes. So I think this is episode 9. So we have 9 episodes for this series, and the series is closing today. So any other topic, if you have another tip that we've not spoken about that you want us to talk about, you can just put it in the comment section, or you send us a direct message. And if you also have other topics about life in general, any other topic you want us to talk about, you can bring it on. If I am in the example of that topic, I'm going to talk about myself as well. And I'm going to bring lots more people who also have stories. They want to tell us about their stories. So yes, we get to know that you're not in this alone. No, Alvana, don't worry. We're going to find a way to put it in a time that is going to be friendly to everybody. So that's why recently we started, and we get to do this thing. It's a surprise timing. It's a surprise timing. Originally, it had to be 8 p.m. Central African time. But for the past, for this month, it has been actually surprise time. And it's actually beautiful because a lot more people get opportunities to be on the live show. So we're going to find out a way to make the time friendly for everyone. Well, for the most part, because it can't be friendly for totally everyone, you know, sometimes. But we're going to do our best to make it friendly for a majority of people. So yeah, we'll take that into consideration, Alvana. Thank you. So we want to thank everyone who was on the live show today. Who do we have here? Oh my God. Who do we have here? Let's see. Thanks for all those who contributed, especially to you, Alvana, to Madame Dasi, Mary, to Kiyong Javla. We also had Hans Nanya, my very young dad. And we also had Mr. Doye Mary May. He also said he was there live. Glad to have you. And then who came on later? There was one last person I saw, but I didn't see the comments. I need to get your comments. I can see some people liking and saying they were there, but I can't see their comments, so I can't get to read them specifically. I really wish I could. So thank you all for being on the live show today. I was really honored, especially Havana. You know, with the timing, I'm glad you were on today. And Madame Dasi Mary as well. I'm glad with the timing that you're on today, because it's really not so friendly for you all. You have to be at work. So yeah, I'm totally excited. It's going to be every Thursday, but we're going to try to adjust the timing. So I want to say thank you to all of you who are on the live show today. We're really, really glad to have you. And we hope that you can also be live with us sometime. You can also get to record your videos and send to us, and we'll use them on our YouTube channel to also give people tips. So if you also have tips on how to get out of depression, which is what we do every Tuesdays, you can send it to us, you can get to us, and we'll know how to get you on the live shows as well. So thank you so very much. I always say I love you from the depth of my heart. I mean it. I'm not just saying it because I lack words to say. It's because I mean it. That you're here supporting me, that you're here making this happen. It's a beautiful thing, and I say thank you so very much. And I also want to thank my coach, Coach Kay. She's doing an amazing job at helping me be the best of me, bring out the best of me. I also want to thank Henry Preto Zizi for being the one who got me this awesome logo that we have right now, and many more people who have supported this vision so far and is getting on. And for those who pushed me, Alvana, you're one of them. We also had Sir Derek. We also had Sir Raymond. We also had Sir Piers. Those people actually pushed me to get to do live on Facebook. And yes, it has been an amazing journey so far. I'm now comfortable. Before, I used to really freak out. But I'm comfortable now, and I'm glad. So I really want to thank you all. Get to like our pages, share, comment, subscribe. We're delighted to have you. We're family. And I always say this is not a monologue, it's a dialogue. I like us to be talking together. It shouldn't just be me talking. So I would love to have someone live next time. I got to go now. Bye-bye. God is bringing out the best in us. He's bringing out the best in you, me, each and every one of us all around the world. So it's by His working, but you have a part to play. Check out for those tips again. I love you so very much.